Join me on the journey of Aston Villa's Premier League title push. What are you doing not subscribed to the channel, guys? We're like 70 subscribers away. We've just beaten Arsenal 2-1. If that doesn't deserve me getting to 4K subs for something that I actually didn't do and it was all the Villa lads that done it, I don't know what does. So go down below, subscribe for all the latest and greatest Aston Villa content, because we are going to be reviewing the Arsenal game where we have beaten Arsenal 2-1 in the 94th minute. And we have some fun stuff coming up this video. We're going to be reacting to some very, very silly Arsenal fans that were pretty disrespectful before this game. Then we're going to be going through the game, going through my player ratings as Villa move up to second in the table. Well, momentarily, we're back down to third, but we're only 3 points behind Arsenal now, and we are upsetting the status quo. Let's go. Now, first of all, we have Kessler Season tweeting this out. And we're going to be listening to this and reacting to it live, because out the tunnel, two lads on TikTok. I mean, it's an interesting combination with like the AC Milan top and then some formal trousers. But let's see whether their football takes are fair to Aston Villa, to be fair. Let's see.
Martinez versus Raya.
Easy pick for me.
All right.
Raya.
Emi is a good goalkeeper, don't get me wrong, but Raya is the best in the Premier League.
Well, best in the world.
Patty Cash versus Timber.
Easy one again. Timber.
Timber is the best right back in the world. Yes.
Oh, best right back in the world there. Timber. Matty Cash getting no votes. Scored the first goal against Arsenal, though, didn't he? And Timber, what was his highlight of the game? Probably getting put on his backside by Ian Matson. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Now, Saliba versus Konsa, that's a tough one.
Konsa's great. Yeah. Oh, Saliba's better.
That's a tough one.
Saliba, incredible.
Even though Konsa had a very,
Pau
very
Torres
good game.
versus Hincapié.
Oh,
Hincapié, man.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
just better.
Okay,
More
fair enough.
aggressive.
8-0 to Arsenal so
Hincapié,
far.
he stepped in, he did a job.
Yeah, okay. All right, had a bit of a dead
Dinya
game.
versus Calafiori.
Dinya's reliable, but Calafiori's a unicorn. Left back, easy. Calafiori.
He's a
He's the
unicorn.
Italian stallion.
Give me Calafiori.
Which is funny that they say that, because unicorns don't exist, and I don't even remember Calafiori existing in this game that we just beat you 2-1 in. Fair enough, lads. Let's
Kamara versus Zubamendi.
Oh,
Kamara's underrated. Very good player, but
He is.
Zubimendi's signing of the season.
Signing of the
Zubamendi,
season.
sign of the season, exactly what I was saying.
All right,
Give me
Kamara just got the
Tielemans
assist
versus
in the
Rice.
94th minute.
Easy one. Declan Rice, Basmati, all of that.
That's a fact.
Rice is better than Caicedo, anyone. So Rice over anyone.
Best
Okay.
midfielder.
They're going a little bit.
Rogers versus Eze.
Now hold on, surely Villa is going to start getting some, right? I mean, Eze, Morgan Rogers, one of the best players in England right now. Let's have a little look.
I'm gonna go
They're going to give
easy.
one.
Roger started slow. I'm gonna go Eze.
Yeah, Rogers is a baller, don't get me wrong. But Eze, hat tricks.
Bro, hat trick.
Hat trick. Stinker and hooked at half time. Oh, this is too good.
McGinn versus Saka.
Oh, that's an unfair one, to be fair, but
What, man like John McGinn?
But he's consistent though. But
he is
Saka.
consistent.
He's old, man.
He's old, he's 31. And Saka, 70 minutes.
Buendia versus Madueke.
When who? Norwich, bro. Give me Madueke.
When who? When who? Buendia. 94th minute winner against your club, lads.
Man.
Okay.
Noni does a job. I can't lie to you. He's looking good.
20-0 to Arsenal at the moment.
Watkins
All right.
versus Gyökeres.
Now, Watkins did drop a skink. I'm not even going to bother watching this. They're clearly going to give it to Victor Gyökeres, aren't they? I tell you what, it was an absolute pleasure watching Gyökeres get literally back-pocketed within an inch of his life by Ezri Konsa. Cheers for that one, lads. Cheers for that one. Oh, here's another one by Zed. Here, Arsenal's last two Villa Park visits, 4-2 and 2-0 wins. Fortress, more like welcome, Matt. Sixth, top of the league. Villa will try. Pray for Aston Villa. Well, I tell you what, mate. You should have prayed a little bit harder for Arsenal. But that's enough. That's enough. Arsenal fans were truly, truly... I mean, what's this here? Martinez doesn't want it. Listen. Arsenal fans were very disrespectful, I thought, towards Villa before this game. But we got the win. That's all that matters. I just wanted to react to that one TikTok video, because they look very, very silly. I've watched some of their other stuff as well, and they... their football takes are a little bit outrageous, I'm not even going to lie, but somehow they're the ones that get all the followers. But that's how you do it, isn't it? By having the outrageous takes. Buen who? Let's get into the game. And there you have it. 2-1 victory. Buen who getting the goal in the 95th minute after Cash put us 1-0 up. Arsenal did have a brilliant flurry, to be honest, for the first sort of 10 to 15 minutes of the second half. They made that count with Trossard getting one back. If we look at the momentum, though, again, apart from that little flurry there, I don't know where that flurry came from, because I thought, actually, we looked a little bit shaken after the goal. But I think we actually had a decent control of the game most of the second half. Most of the first half, we were the deserved victors at half time. Again, 1-0 up. Then they made the double change. Erebeche Eze, better than Morgan Rogers, but hooked at half time. Came off. Trossard came on. He played very, very well. Victor Gyökeres genuinely might not have had a touch of the football. Ezri Konsa locked him up differently in that game. But yeah, we look at the player ratings down here. Erebeche Eze, 6. Morgan Rogers, 7. Those brothers having a right stinker. The Unicorn hooked after 86 minutes because he did not exist. Matty Cash. Ian Maatsen was, oh my God, we're going to get into my player ratings anyway. But I thought actually Arsenal looked a little bit off of it. Ben White, again, Timber looked okay. Got shoved off the ball by Ian Maatsen though. Come on, my guy's like 5'5". Zubimendi, I genuinely didn't know he was playing. Marino, I didn't know he was playing. Ødegaard got, and we're going to get into the, oh my God, the BT Sport coverage of this game. Villa's last 5 games, the co-commentator has literally been a supporter of our opposition. And Martin Keown gave Ødegaard the man of the match. My man got dominated in the first half. Wasn't involved in the Arsenal goal at all. And yet, got man of the match when Boubacar Kamara was an absolute gem this game. Yuri Tielemans, I thought, had a brilliant game. Ian Maatsen had a really good game. I thought Rogers had a really, really good game. Honestly, the coverage was just ridiculous. And then coming off the bench, Emi Buendia. Oh my God, what a player. Coming on and scoring that goal. Everyone had their part to play as we got the win. What does the win mean for the table? Well, before we do that, let's have a look at the stats here, because I'm actually quite interested in this. They did get more possession of the ball. I'm actually surprised they only had 53%. Go back and watch my preview of this game. Arsenal are the outstanding team in England. I thought they would come in and dominate the ball a lot more, but Villa actually had a lot of success, especially down Arsenal's right-hand side. Ian Maatsen was literally allowed acres and acres of room to roam in. Same amount of shots. They did have more shots on target than us. Emi Buendia made a few really, really good, crucial saves. Big chances, 5. Ollie Watkins, oh my God, how did he not score in the first half? Again, I think he put Timber on his bottom again. Timber was having a stinker, as Cal Freezy would say. 4 big chances missed. Pars, actually, I'm not really too worried about. But XG from open play, look at that, absolutely dominant over Arsenal. Obviously, the XG from set play is going to be higher for Arsenal because that's one of their main strengths, isn't it? Their set play work. But I just thought, overall, it was absolutely spectacular, the performance from Aston Villa, bar sort of 20 minutes of the game where Arsenal really were looking to sort of turn the screw, but they just couldn't get over the line. For the table, it means this: Liverpool and Leeds are currently 0-0 as I record this video. But Villa move up 30 points. We're 5 points clear of 4th place Chelsea. The most that will happen is that we are 4 points away from 4th. If Palace can get a win over Fulham, they will go up to 26. But look at that, 3 points behind Arsenal, 1 point behind Manchester City, who have to play Crystal Palace next. That is not an easy game, as Villa know all too well. Wow. Who would have thought this at the start of the season? The last 5 matches in the Premier League. I mean, look, that is absolutely ridiculous. What a man Unai Emery is. What an outrageous bunch of players to come back from the adversity that we suffered in the first 5 games of this season, where we genuinely looked like a team that were destined for a scrap at the bottom of the table. And yet we've turned it around, and now we are absolutely on fire. I mean, what's happened to Arsenal? Not too sure. Even Nottingham Forest managing to outpoint them in the last 5 games. So I think we did play them at an ideal time. But wow, nothing but glazing of these Aston Villa boys for me. So let's go and glaze them some more in the Rodgers Reports player ratings. And here you have it. My team was spot on, by the way, bar one thing. I thought he'd start Digne over Maatsen, and my God, am I glad he didn't. Maatsen had a really, really good game. We start off with Emi Martinez. He generally puts in good performances against Arsenal, and this was no exception. I'm going to give him an 8. The fingertip save from Ødegaard in the first half. He's just putting up save of the month contenders every week at this point. You know, saved us against Wolves. If that Ødegaard goal goes in the first half, who knows how this game would have played out. I thought he was really, really solid. Could he have done better with the Arsenal goal? Possibly. He got a hand to it, but it was a weak hand. But he had to go for it, and it was fizzed across the box really, really well. So yeah, I'm really happy with how he played. Matty Cash as well gets an 8, got the goal to put us 1-0 up. Should have had 2, but Declan Rice with an amazing block in the first half. He should have had an assist as well. John McGinn played him in with a lovely ball, but for some reason he crossed it into Rosed and beyond. That one actually might have landed in St Andrews. So, cheers Birmingham. You can have a football that's a decent quality, a Premier League one. I mean, don't get too excited. It's just a gift from us. You ain't getting your own very soon. But he played really, really well. Really, really. I mean, that goal was brilliantly taken. That was almost a striker's finish for the goal. And I thought defensively he had a very good game as well because he had his work cut out down that left-hand side for Arsenal. They switched it up a couple of times. Obviously, Trossard did get the goal, but that was not really Cash's fault. So we move on. Ezri Konsa gets an 8 from me as well. I thought this was a lot better from Konsa. I said he was a bit off of it in the Brighton game. Well, he's come back, and against Victor Gyökeres, who everyone thought Arsenal would sign him, he'd bang 30 goals, and he'd be the reason that Arsenal won the league. Genuinely, Konsa back-pocketed him, and it was actually, I felt bad for Gyökeres. He genuinely looked like he was still championship quality. Do you know what I mean? Coventry are coming up next year. They might want you back, son. But no, Konsa, against such a world-class striker, I mean, look at his numbers for Sporting. They were outrageous. I mean, he genuinely, they may as well have just brought on, no one. And it would have had the same effect. Absolutely outrageously good. Powell, I'm going to give a 7. Much better. Airily, again, he's just a little bit suspect. But his passing was so much more like the power of our Champions League season 2 years ago. Passing was brilliant today. Barely misplaced a pass. And Ian Maatsen is going to be my outstanding defender for me. Even though Cash did get the goal, I thought Maatsen was brilliant this game. His recovery pace to get back. He defended well against Saka, who we know is one of the best in the world in that position. And so hard to defend against. And we didn't double up against him. Most of the game, we just left Maatsen 1v1 against him. And I thought he'd done very, very well 99% of the time. Brilliant going forward. I think that is the type of performance you put in when you want Unai Emery to look at his left back and say, Luca can sit on the bench for another week. Brilliant from Maatsen. Then we have to talk about this, man. 9.5 for me. Kamara, my man of the match. I don't know why. I know why Martin Keown gave it to Arsenal, because he was pretty much just singing Arsenal's praises the whole game. When they got a foul for Onana winning the ball, Martin Keown said, "Well, that's a foul, mate." He was literally having an argument with his co-commentator, who was like, "What are you on about, Martin? You know you played for Villa as well, son." But I think Kamara was outstanding. The fact that he was free still boggles my mind. It still boggles my mind. Boubacar Kamara, the man that you are. Fan-bloody-tastic. John McGinn, I'm going to give an 8. Battle horse, work ethic. Wasn't his strongest game. Actually, no. I'm going to give a 7. Because it wasn't his strongest game. Now I think back to it, I'm too hyped up. When I think back to it, he had a couple of dodgy moments. But McGinn epitomises, like I've said for the last few weeks, what it means to be a Villa player at the moment. And in general, fighting for that line on the badge week in and week out. Now, Onana, I'm going to give a 7. Probably the weakest out of our midfield, but still had a half-decent game. Gave the ball away, which led to the Arsenal goal. Again, he should have just been stronger there. You look at the size of him, he should have been stronger, but Declan Rice managed to nick it off of him. A little bit underwhelming for Onana. Rodgers, I would give a 7 as well. Not his strongest game, if I'm being completely honest with you. A couple of really nice runs, but again, he gave the ball away a few times. Wasn't as involved as I think he would like. Again, he's having to shuffle about different positions. 1 week he's a 10, started this game on the left, finished it on the right, but a decent-ish game. Tielemans, I'll give a 7.5. I thought, again, coming back from injury, and he's playing in that triangle that I've wanted to see for so long. Kamara, Onana and Tielemans. And they've done it against Zubimendi, who's apparently the signing of the season. Declan Rice, who is one of the best centre-mids or central defensive midfielders in the world. And Odegaard, who is clearly, again, one of the best centre-mids in the world. And I thought Tielemans looked so at home and looked really, really good this game. Watkins, I'm going to give a 5. So frustrating after his 2 goals against Brighton. I thought maybe Ollie could be back, but he was back to his old self. missing big chances. He should have. I know it's a brilliant save from David Raya, but Watkins as a striker, you've got to bury that. I think he's done all the hard work. You've got to bury it. His hold-up play was non-existent. His first touch was terrible. It's a shame, and obviously the big article came out that he's been playing with knee pain for over a year. But I just think it's Marlon's time. I think Marlon looked really, really good when he came on. All the subs, again, played their part. Lamar Bogard is such an excellent young footballer. I'm really happy with his development. Saw a story recently linking him with Brighton. I hope we keep hold of him. I know we fought to keep him over the summer. Donyell Marlon, I thought, looked really positive and good when he came on. Could have scored. It was inches away, skimmed the post as we looked for that winner, and we did look like the team in the ascendancy for a lot of that game. I struggle, apart from Watkins, I struggle to find a negative in this team. What a bunch of lads. They're inspiring, mate. What do you guys think? We had a little bit of fun this video, and I am just poking fun at the Arsenal fans because it's funny and they would do the same to us. I know it will come back to bite me because we've got to go and play them at Emirates at the end of this month, and maybe we're a flash in the pan. Maybe we're going to go and lose our next 4 or 5 games in a row after this amazing run. It's what happened to us when we collapsed that season that we beat Arsenal and City in the same week. But I think Villa at this point, at this moment in time, we can dare to dream, and I'm dreaming big, and I think we are right up there with the big boys right now. And if Emery can keep this rolling and maybe bring in a couple of good transfers in January, the sky is the limit for us. What did you think of this game? It was absolutely brilliant, outrageous football. That winner had me, my heart rate must have spiked. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, I'll throw it up. I'll look at it afterwards. I'll throw it up. I'm going to see. If there was a big spike in my heart rate, I will put it on the screen to show you. But if not, trust me, my heart rate probably reached about 250. I should have been clinically dead.